we're going to review what we just learned yesterday. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to be looking at volume of prisms. Remember prism, we're going to start question number 38. A prism, I have two bases. Right? I can see there's a triangle here. There's a triangle here. So I have a base on top and the bottom and the rest are rectangles. And then I said yesterday, the volume is going to be the area of the base times the height. The base in this case is a triangle. So I have to get the area of the triangle first. Every time I have triangles, I'm looking for the two numbers that make the 90-degree corner. In this case, I'm looking at my 90-degree corner here. I know the three measurements of my triangles are 5, 3, 4. I got those measurements from the top. So for the triangle, I'm going to go 3 times 4 divided by 2. Right? I multiply the two numbers that meet at the 90-degree corner and then divide it by 2. That's going to give me my triangle. The height is the number that has nothing to do with your base, which in this case is 5. This 5 right here. So 3 times 4 divided by 2 times 5. I get 30. If you get a decimal, round it to 1 decimal place. All right, let's take a look at number 39. My first thing for me to identify the base, because I know it's two bases and the rest are rectangles. So I'm looking at if there's by any chance a shape, if there's a side here that is not a rectangle, right? In the previous question, it was a triangle. But in this case, I'm looking, is there a shape that is not a rectangle? If there's none, because all of these are rectangles, I'm going to identify the base as a rectangle. And I give you the 4 90-degree corners. In this case, it's a 12 by 11 rectangle. So the area of the base is going to be 12 times 11. Bases can also be rectangles. So that's the base times the height. The height is the number that has nothing to do with the base. In this case, 9. So I'm just going to go 12 times 11 times 9. And my result is 1,188. Let's take a look at number 40. Again, I'm looking for a shape that is not a rectangle because that's the base. I see it down here. It's a shape that has 5 sides, right? Not a rectangle. And I know we call this pentagon. And for pentagons, I remember I told you guys, look for a triangle. I know each measurement outside is 11. So for that triangle, if I was looking for that triangle, I will go 11 times 7.6 divided by 2. That is that one triangle, 11 times 7.6 divided by 2. Now for the whole pentagon, because it has 5 sides, let me multiply this triangle times 5. And that's going to give me the whole base. Whatever I get, because I'm going to type it in, whatever I get, I'm going to multiply this by 9. Right? The height, the number that has nothing to do with the base. So I'm just going to go 11 times 7.6 divided by 2 times 5 times 9. My answer is 1,881. Lastly, let's take a look at number 41. Find a shape that is not a rectangle, because then that's the base. I see one shape right here. That's not a rectangle. It has 6 sides. And then I know for this shape, I told you guys, look for a triangle. Each measurement outside is 8. And I got that from here. So just the one triangle, just looking at that triangle, I will say 8 times 6.9 divided by 2. Just the one triangle, 8 times 6.9 divided by 2. To get the whole base, I'm going to multiply my triangle times 6 because there are 6 sides. So all of this is the base. Whatever I get for that, I'm going to multiply this by 12, the height. Remember, height is the number that has nothing to do with the base. So I'm just going to go 8 times 6.9 divided by 2 times 6 times 12. And I get 1,987.2. All right, so we did today from 38 to 41.